I have quite a lot of video camera equipment. This little sports action camera. I had bought it with birthday money that my mother and one of my sisters had given me. And I bought it so that I could, wear the headpiece and attach the camera and film training sessions with my horse. And, I got it at a very good price because the local outfitter was discontinuing this brand and was going with, I think, GoPro. And so I got it at a very good price using my birthday money. And then I found out that the insurance had been changed on the property so that I couldn't, my goal had been to be able to use the videos not only for myself, for assessing my work, but also for promoting foundation training using Pat Pirelli's methods. And I found out that the insurance had been changed on the property. And, there's a lot of liability involved with horses. And we live in a litigious society anyway. So I had to make the decision not to do what I had originally planned to do. And, as is common in these kinds of situations, I just put the equipment away because it was I was no longer going to be able to use it for the planned purpose. But I didn't want to get rid of it because I knew that a way would be found. Something would come along, and lo and behold, here it is. So I think that with YouTube, doing the YouTube videos, I think that I can, with some help, I need a virtual mentor who's familiar with these kinds of things. But I think that I can use this to do my my YouTube videos. And that way I can take my filming on the road, not necessarily literally, but out in the yard, working with plants. And then, some of the many things, that's just the tip of the iceberg for the many things that I do to, to navigate complex PTSD. And, I do what I do for therapeutic reasons, but I follow along with things I'm interested in. So I have done public service announcements in the past, and I saw the way that I wrote them, choreographed, and pulled all the players together, and I paid close attention to the videographer and how he was doing what he did. Now, that was sophisticated. He had a sophisticated system, but I don't think one has to have a sophisticated system to do the kinds of videos that I hope will provide support and information to people who have got the same roadblocks that I confront with complex PTSD. So, but we'll see. I mean, the first thing is to find somebody who is familiar with them, who can help me figure out how to use them. And this is good equipment. Had I had to pay full price for it at the time, it would have been very expensive. As it was, I really was really very pleased with myself, the price that I found them for. It's important that I use materials on hand. I'm going to be doing things like, as I prepare to sell the place and move, I've got some plants to dig up in the yard, and I want to learn how to do tie-dye, and I'm trying to figure out how to work with resin, and the learning curve is it's part of the therapeutic process. That's what I tell myself. I get very frustrated sometimes with starting something that I visualize as being, easy, and the first outcome being beautiful and perfect. But that's not the way that works, and I know that. But at any rate, onward and forward, I have in the works, I have an opportunity to present or film, I don't know what the right word is. At any rate, Jason Knapp is a young man who disappeared from this area, from, as far as we know, from a local state park, a regional state park. And I'm good friends with his mother. And, you know, she would like to see his story kept in people's minds. So she'll be working with me on that. And, you know, it's not going to be sophisticated, but does it need to be able to tell her story and her son's story? She's had a rough time, as any parent of a missing child, adult or otherwise, would have, who doesn't have answers. I mean, for goodness sake. It changed my life working with her. So, at any rate, and then there are some other things that I have in mind. I'm doing some brainstorming with friends of mine from some of my other lives. And anyway, fingers crossed, y'all. I need help. So if you want to put some comments out there that might point me in the right direction, the the instruction video and stuff is like, oh no, I can load the film in it and I can load the battery. I can't get much further than that. At any rate, thank you very much. Y'all have a good evening. Be safe. Take care of yourselves and take care of one another. And next time, good night.